Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome YouTube, Facebook. Welcome. I was just explaining to Instagram that I'm a little bit witchy here on the edges of the brow because I had to have some drawn in there because I was never issued. Everyone always goes when I get to someone, they go, "Oh, you must have overplucked," and I go, "No, no, no. I'm one of those people that I didn't get these eyebrows here. My eyebrows are like, they stop at a weird place." And so I had some micro blading done and just on the edges here, so I look a little bit weird. I forgot to put some eyeliner or something in here so that you guys can't see it, but now, I have nothing to hide. And I'm also here in my kaftan because why? I just actually didn't have time to get dressed after making the pattern. And what?
I had the wolf whistle.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have time to dress, and so this is me. I'm see with the swimming costume on. We're getting to know each other. We're getting comfortable. Next week I'm gonna be in my bikini.
Bianca says hi.
Hello, Bianca.
Gail fixes hello.
Hello,
John
Gail.
says
Gail,
hello.
I know Gail. Was Gail a student of mine?
Gail's been on here before.
Is it?
Yes.
Maybe she's a client then. Oh.
And John says looking forward to the show.
Hello. I have a little bit. Oh no, it's dirty glasses. I just actually told them now that it must be the lighting that's making me sweaty, because I was not sweaty at all until I switched the lights on. It's funny though, because they're LEDs. They shouldn't. But I think it's like an age thing. If you have lights on you, you feel like you should be struggling. Oh Jesus, now I can see nothing.
Oh.
It's getting worse.
Gail says no student, but watch the show on the WhatsApp groups.
Oh, that's where I know you from.
Yeah.
But have we met, Gail? Why do I feel like I've met you?
And then of course hello to all our Facebook lurkers.
Lurkers, don't look. Don't look. Talk to us.
I need to go get paper.
Talk to us. Instagram also. Who's there? Who are you? We got a pattern tonight. I am so hot now. Anyway. Okay. Oh, exciting news, guys. I know a lot of you look at Gita. A lot of you I actually didn't make a big hoo-ha about ordering them because we always wait so long, but I did say or mention it once last year. We eventually got them. They're 135 each, ne? 135 each. Original prim, guys. Original. I need to take one because I think mine before I could use it was given to a client. I'm taking a pink one.
Instant Carla says hello, first time here.
Oh, hello.
Hello. And Drico says hi.
Hello. Okay, so this is
And Gail says no, I'm in Albert.
Oh no, sorry, Gail. I must be thinking of another Gail. It sounds so familiar. Anyway, one would at 52, being in business since, what is that? 31 years. I probably met another Gail figure. Okay, well, anyway, so these are purposely made for the Prim Mini Iron. See? It's got the little bubbles so that you actually don't, it doesn't actually connect to the whole silicone pad. And yeah, they're very, very cute. I had one, but as I said, I don't think I even used it. And then we had a client that had to have one. So we got quite a few in stock. Well, not thousands, but about 30. And anyone waiting on the mini irons, we got stock again. We got, I saw now, I think we've got 18 left. But I think we took a third of the whole shipment that came in to South Africa. So yeah, I don't know. They are just popular. They just go.
Trico says, I would love a pattern for tub bags. But I don't know if they maybe mean tog bags.
Top
T-O-B.
Is it close? Is it B close to the G? On the computer. Tog and B or G?
Yeah, sort of.
And on the phone also.
Sort of.
Is it a tog bag you're talking about? I've meant to make a tog bag. It's called something else also.
And Shanaz on Facebook says
Hello. Okay, so guys, I don't know any crochet and knitting girls here. We have.
You're supposed to introduce us first.
Oh yeah. I'm so used to what I do that I don't think like you guys need to know. Anyway, I am Amanda. This is Lisa behind the scenes tonight. Matthew has gone home. We also have our virtual assistant from Victoria visiting us. She might show face sometime tonight, 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒. So if any of you are emailing or speaking on WhatsApp to us, you are speaking to 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿. And we are from the company called Fabric8, and that's the word fabric with the number 8. And you want to find us online, it's www.fabric8.co.za, and all the rest of the stuff Lisa will post links in the feed. Now I should be saying something about what? Oh, and we do this weekly. Sorry, I'm confused. It's late in the day. We do this once a week. It's called Create with Fabric8. We normally do it on a Tuesday night at 7, but circumstances sometimes, power, load shedding, all of sickness and health. Through sick and sin, we might change it, but we actually don't prefer. We don't like to change it, so we try. We usually do it Tuesday night, or we cancel. Like last week, Lisa moved out of house. She is now an independently living person. Independently. Don't you get like those old age homes? They call them dependent living or something.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Something like that.
Yeah,
but not that.
but it's not that word. I know. And my father's also assisted living. Okay, she's non-assisted living now. And my father also moved, so that's why there was no time in the day. And every week when we do this, we normally, I try very hard to have a pattern ready, which you will see on our website, which Lisa will post the link to. We have.
Or click the link in our bio if you're on Instagram.
Yeah, and every week there's, well, not every week, but most weeks there's a pattern, which I design and draw myself, and they are absolutely 100% free to use. And they come with instructions and in a very cool booklet, and
For free.
And saying that tonight is not finished yet. The pattern's done, but the booklet isn't, and that is because of me. I ran out of time. Okay, and then we also have WhatsApp groups: knitting, sewing, crochet, embroidery, 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿 quilting,
knit, crochet.
Yeah, I've seen those. Many WhatsApp groups. There's also a link in the bio.
Or the chat.
Or in the chat. And it takes a while for you to be admitted. It's not like we're ignoring you. Please, guys, be patient. We have figured out how best to not have spammers and porn on our WhatsApp. And that's by literally vetting every person. So depending on how many we get, that's how long it takes. Sometimes it takes only a day, sometimes it takes 2 or 3. All right, but you will. Sometimes it's Christmas and it takes a week, yeah, or 2, a month maybe. You will eventually get on there. You can also hassle 𝐓𝐈𝐿 to hassle Lisa.
That's a great idea.
Don't hassle me.
It's not hassle.
I'm the big honcho. I don't get hassled.
Your number isn't available anyway.
Yeah. And the number you have dialed is unavailable at the moment.
So, yeah, you can grab our free patterns at www.fabric8.co.za/create because it is Create with Fabric8.
Yes.
And you can join any of our WhatsApp groups from www.fabric8.co.za/WhatsApp.
Yes.
It's very easy if you forget.
The whole of last year's patterns are still up.
We
I think,
usually remove them.
yeah,
once a year.
we're gonna probably remove them by the end of Feb.
Probably gonna remove them this week, if I remember.
Yeah. So if you wanted any of those from last year, now is the time. And then we start a new thing, and we are, yeah.
But they're free for a year.
They're
So
for
go
full
grab
year,
last
they're going to be
year's
free.
ones,
Yeah.
and
And
then-
even when they're not free anymore, they're going to still be like free because they're going to be so cheap.
Gail says head honcho cracks the whip.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, if I had, maybe Delmarie will listen if I crack the whip. But Lisa, she doesn't hear a whip cracking. It's like, I don't know. It's like the doctor told me when she was 3. I think she tunes you out. I think, yeah, the whip cracking thing, loud voices, nothing of that Lisa hears. I think it's just my stem, my voice. Anyway, so, I was going to say, we are, if there's ever anything you want that we don't stock, and besides that, for the newbies, we are a creative supply store. So what do you find with us? Knitting, crochet, sewing, tools, and haberdashery, and wool coming out of our ears. Yeah, it seems like wool is it's doing really well, and I'm assuming that's because it is such a schlep if you're not close to a wool shop to drive for every ball of wool you need. So, which is probably the same for sewing, but I envision that there would probably be a fabric shop before there will be a wool shop in a town. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people.
I don't know. Maybe people just like online shopping, and we don't sell a lot of fabric.
I think it's also like a wool shop there's just wool. Yeah. So like you go to a wool shop, it's very specific. So you really have to decide, I'm going wool shopping today. And yeah, it's not like you can mix your go to Tiger Valley or wherever big shopping center. They don't have wool shops.
Well, the wool shops are stepping up their game. A couple of local wool shops, I see their ads on Facebook.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah?
Very weird.
Oh.
It doesn't look like you guys live in this century.
Stepping on toes there.
My toes. They are stepping
no,
on
we
my
are. We
toes.
are. Anyway.
No,
is it?
No, they step on my toes.
Are they
They
stealing
make
our
my
idea?
ads more expensive.
Oh gosh. Oh, okay.
They're competing with me. But anyway.
Anyway,
You
so
forgot the whole intro. I mean, we've covered it now, but are you out of practice?
yeah, I haven't done this in 2 weeks.
We
Anyway,
have to write down the intro.
it doesn't matter how I do it. It doesn't matter. It's not.
I'm joking.
It's like work. Okay. So just for interest sake, question out there, Lisa. Maybe.
Lisa's here. She says
Hello. Hi, where's she? On
Facebook.
Facebook. Hello. Okay, so we have a few sort of ideas, and see, I can't think and without a pen. We have sort of what do I say? Avenues we are looking at exploring. And I would love to see maybe do a little, I don't know if we should do a poll. Maybe
I don't think we have enough people.
No.
But
But
we can hear some thoughts, and I can
Yeah.
do a poll on the groups.
We are definitely, it seems that, and I'm never going to get this right, Ari Muguri. Ami Gurumini. Who eats. Yeah, whatever. It seems to be a real thing, and we actually have quite a few new wools for that, guys. So they just need to go onto the website before I'll show them to you, because I'm not falling in that trap again.
Says hello.
Hello, Karen. And Taryn. Okay. And then the other avenue I was thinking is also like a knitting, but it's also for sewing. I've noticed that it's quite difficult to get funky, nice bag handles. But with that, I am not talking about the vanilla cut out wood bag handles. I'm talking about, you know, like if you would be buying like a fancy like Steve Madden clutch, and it has like that
A pearl.
like pearls, or the plastic chain, plastic big chain link little. Because I'm thinking if I was knitting or crocheting a little bag, I would hate to have like a knitted handle, because you can like doll it up by having. So that's something I'm exploring. I'm ordering some of it, but if you guys have any ideas on that. And then the other thing I'm exploring, I'm just thinking now, because I have been on the freaking, can't remember. We're also wanting to again start up the whole stationery side. But what I want to know about stationery, because I love stationery, I will buy, I mean, I think I have 50 of these pencils in all colors, and they come with colored lead, but I buy them because they're so cool. And then I take the colored lead out and just use them as normal pencils with normal lead, because the pen, they just liquor. I'm thinking we're not going to do like vanilla stationery. I'm thinking like cool, funky, kawaii, whatever you want to call it, stationery. And what would that be? What would be things that you struggle to find in the stationery world, or in the sewing, knitting, crochet, any world? If you're struggling to find something, or you see something and you know it's not available in South Africa, please send us a pic on the WhatsApp. Please. I promise you, I found things that I had people ask for 2 years ago, because I go through all the suppliers and then they never have it, and then suddenly it's there, and I go like, and I mean that, you know, that concertina buttonhole thing, that we had a question for, I think like a month into the business, and none of my local suppliers had them, and I've never, and then suddenly it came up, and now we have them, and we've sold quite a few, even though we only had one person ever ask for it. But I don't know to look for things if I don't know the things are there. So yeah, this is a very interactive business. We need your input, and we try to find what you're looking for.
Okay. Please press that like button, guys.
Are we on?
Blue.
But
Press the
everywhere, like
hearts.
maak of jy mal is en like alles.
Please, it helps our little business grow. It helps people like you find our YouTube videos. You can see we don't have 1 million subscribers. We just want to reach the few people that are into the stuff that we are into.
If you know 1 million people, you know, you could just
also that
forward it to all of them. That little folded airplane, Lisa tells me.
Yes.
Send it to everyone, and send it separately.
Bianca says looking for Hermes bag hardware, Birkin bag hardware.
Hermes and Birkin. That actually, she's now hit the nail on the head with the bag, with the handles. Hermes, yes.
I said it wrong. Hermes.
Is nie Hermes nie.
It's Hermes.
Dis nie Hermes nie. Hermes is 'n Suid-Afrikaner. It's Hermes.
Maybe it is Hermes.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. I promise you it isn't. Okay, so I'm also looking into bag hardware. But anyone who has ever seen bags or made bags know that there's a million to choose from. So if there's something like, for instance, I mean, there's lots of places who sell hardware. If there's something specific you need, or something you find that you use often and you can't find in South Africa, we are, I'm not going to say when, but we are in the process of upgrading our website so that we can have a pre-order system. Something else we will have. Our wish list. The wish list.
We have a wish list.
Yeah, but the wish list has just, you see that they upgraded the upgrade. We not even installed.
No, I didn't.
So we're working on that. So there's a lot of website things. You guys won't even know we're doing it, but we are. So
then we can do that.
Then I'm thinking about pre-orders, and I can I can then on the WhatsApp group say, just send the picture and say, guys, I can get this. It's going to take 15 days to get here. How many do you want? We can literally do a pre-order system, and then I can order you what you need, but I can't order what you need and then nobody else needs it. No. But when I pre-order, but then I can, yes. So if you want a neon green pearl clutch bag handle and you've never seen it, I can tell you why you never saw it, but say for instance you wanted one, I could pre-order you one.
We have a lot of questions. Okay, Drika asks, do you have like a nice sewing toolbox to put all your sewing stuff in, like threads and needles?
No. And can I tell you what the problem is with those? Volume import. They are big.
Yes, so the cost of fortune.
So they are expensive. So say the really cool, nice ones are like, for me to purchase is 300 to 400 rand. But because of their volume, the shipping is ridiculous. Okay, so even if I'm just ordering 4 at a time, it's almost like these, but it's international shipping. So we have many plans to have things made in South Africa, but guys, I don't want to be that person. But I'm struggling to find people who will start out with a business with small quantities of anything and try new things. So if you ever have any connections like that, we are forever looking for people who want to sew in small quantities, who wants to do woodwork in small quantities, CNC, what's that, laser cutting. I have stuff, I just can't find someone who will make me 20 and not 200. So if you know any contacts, if any of you have a business, we would love to support our own clients rather than a guy that's already making a fortune. Or not that I'm saying you don't, just I would rather give back to people who are helping me.
Sastia's here and Ash is here.
Hello.
Lana asks that we stock glow-in-the-dark yarn.
Okay, and another one of those. There's only one, this is a very sad story. There's only one person who imports them in South Africa, and that person sells on Facebook. So buy from her. I mean, she doesn't give us enough discount for us to sell it. Honestly, I'm just being very honest.
We can get it.
We can get it. Again, pre-order system. I can order it from China because that's where it's from. But again, it's a volume thing. I don't want to order. Yeah, as I said, there is a person selling it, and we have contacted the supplier, I don't know, distributor, and I always find it really, I don't want to use the word, I find it irritating that people don't give bulk discounts, because I'm going to be more expensive than the person selling on Facebook, and that's just not worth it to me. And I if that's a small business and it's her business or his business, then I would rather him make the money than me trying to, and then you guys buy from me and you think all my prices are ridiculous because my purchase price was so expensive.
Gail asked, have you sourced that magnet thing yet? You showed
us
the same
day. I have an order arriving within days. I hope it's in there. I have another order arriving within the next 2 weeks.
Cool. We'll post on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I will.
Actually, he's still learning how to use the laser. I'm not sure if you know what that means.
The laser, he's probably got a laser cutter. What I was just talking about.
Who?
What? Who's the...
Ash says, P.S. He is still learning how to use the laser. Don't know who. Yeah, but who?
Yeah, probably he just meant maybe.
Ashley.
Ashley. He is still.
It said, P.S. He is still learning to use the laser cutter.
Okay, maybe it's
I don't
a
know
husband.
if a message got
No,
lost.
maybe it's a husband or a son or something.
Saskia, do you need to find your scarf in the dark that you need glow in the dark for? Bianca says, I love the slip dress in 9 sizes. Brilliant. Read the message about Ash. I don't see a message about that one. So
maybe that
maybe resend it. I don't know. I can't see it.
Okay, but tell him tell I said he must learn quicker.
Her dad.
Oh, there we go.
Turns and has a laser cutter.
Okay, well, the next question is, does your father want to make things that I can resell? Because that...
If yes, then what's about?
Yes. Because I've had many people and then they, want to charge me retail. I can't, as I said, then sell it on Facebook and I'll send my clients to you. But the potential is there that in a year's time, I order 200 at a time.
Okay, cool.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, guys, so super easy pattern.
Super
all right.
Easy.
Super
Easy.
Super easy.
Yeah,
okay. All
so
right.
Easy. Beginners can do it. You don't need a sewing machine. You don't really need scissors for
you do need a sewing machine. Okay. So very, very easy pattern. I as I said, I ran is ek nog aan die screen.
Yeah.
As ek staan.
Yeah.
I ran out of time. So there is 1 or 2 things, guys, listen, because I'll change this tomorrow on the pattern, but it isn't on the pattern currently. Okay, it says a 1 centimeter seam allowance. It is not 1 centimeter, it's 0.5. Okay, and the reason for that is because you can do this whole thing on your overlocker. All right. Okay, and the other reason for that is because you would probably be making it out of like a satiny. Oh, my brows are itchy. You probably be making it out of satin, and then the overlocker is perfect. All right. So
press that like button, please, especially on YouTube. Pretty please.
And subscribe, guys. All right. So I just cut this out because I was gonna get silky slinky fabric and make myself one, but ran out of time, so I just cut it out on the extra small. Don't ask me what size that really is, guys. I don't actually know. I can't judge how big you are from a pattern. It might actually still be I did try and figure it out, and then my mind lost all hope. And then I thought, oh, I'm just gonna start at this size, which I think is about I want to say it's a 6 to 8. I don't actually know. It gets very confusing when you're working with South African sizes, because when you design a pattern, it's not a South African size. So I try and use bust to correlate the sizing with South Africa. So I did try that, but you might be like an extra small in Woolies, but you might be on the low end of extra small, and on here you might be double X small. I don't know if you say it like that. The XX small. So guys, it's very easy to look. I mean, I can see this is, for instance, not my size, because it should come to here. Okay. So there's a front and there's a back piece, and both of these are cut on fold. All right. And guys, if you're wondering about these hierdie streepies, I'm going to explain this to you because this will be in the instructions. All right. So this one here is the grain line. Okay. And Afrikaans is die sterkdraad. Okay, so this is the one we normally put this. And this then, because that's at a 45, this is bias. So guys, concentrate. Why do we need it to be unbiased? When you are making it out of just normal fabric, make sure that the size fits you because there will be no stretch. Then you can use this, like I did, as a normal pattern that's not cut on bias. The reason when we're doing a slinky like nighty, I don't know if you guys, anyone has a slinky nighty, it always on the hanger, it looks so tiny, and then it actually does go all over your bumps and stuff. That's because it's cut on bias. So what I explained in the previous, if you don't know about bias, I think we have a YouTube about that. Bias cut gives you extra stretch, okay? So that is why a slip dress in satin that's cut on bias doesn't sit on you like an A-line dress. It actually hugs your form. That's what makes it so sexy, they say.
Bianca says a 6 to 8 might just fit my thigh.
Well, no, my thigh.
Just one.
Yeah,
just one
I was
thigh.
about to say. Okay, so if you're doing a nighty or an evening dress, because this can be changed into an evening dress, it can just be lengthened. It doesn't have to have so much flare at the bottom. But if you like this is not really an evening dress, but if you're really tiny and things just look awesome on you always, then you can, if you make it out of bias cut, you'll see that's also why it doesn't actually have any darts, because the bias shapes it around your body. I'm using fabric that I had in the cupboard, so this is not cut on bias because there's no point, because it doesn't have the same fall or drape as satin. Okay, all right, so this too.
What does this cut on bias mean?
Did someone ask that now?
No.
We did somewhere in our tutorials. I explained that completely. Otherwise, just Google why cut a slip dress on bias, and what you'll see is, I did just explain it.
Sorry, if you explain it, I missed it. I'm not gonna sew it.
If you look at this, what I mean by fall and drape of a fabric, this fabric has no fall or drape, or it doesn't have a figure hugging fall or drape. Drape is how it falls, or fall is how it drapes. Okay. Now, if you're thinking slinky, silky, this. Can you see? This is more drapey. It's got a better, softer fall. So if I was making that dress out of this, I could cut it on bias, because it just, this is not gonna, okay. I'm just making this so you can see how to make it, but this, I would not suggest. Fabric. I wouldn't suggest this.
I think it's gonna be really cute.
But some people might, if you have big boobs, for instance, this cannot work because it doesn't have enough, it doesn't give you any shape up top. But if you have, if you're tiny and you're just looking for something to wear over your costume, this is fine. But this is actually made, the pattern is made, and cutting it on bias is made for satin. Soft, slinky, I call it slinky fabric. All right.
Tell me if you don't want to answer this. You don't have to.
What
does it mean to cut on bias?
I'm not gonna. We've done this lesson. It's a 45 angle. No, but this pattern is confusing if you're asking what is bias, because
I'm going
to assume people know what bias is, because otherwise we're gonna do that. But we're gonna do that lesson.
Okay, let's go.
Remember the pictures of my roll of fabric? You did them. There's the roll of fabric. Okay, remember? Have you got this picture on?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the roll of fabric. That is the grain line.
Oh, this is recent, yeah. Okay.
Okay, that is I call it the weak grain. So this is the grain line and this is the weak line or thread. And Afrikaans is 'n sterk draad en 'n swak draad. Okay, and they are not, that is not, my pictures is not 90 degrees, but they should be 90 degrees from each other. There we go. And in between at 45 degrees is your bias. And if you take a piece of fabric, this piece of fabric, nobody cuts anything but fabric on my, if anyone asks, nobody ever uses my scissors for anything but fabric. And the fabric we cut make dull bits like points in my scissors, which is strange because never happened before. Okay, so that I'm not completely set up for this. Can I turn this over? Will it show then? That is the straight grain or the grain line. Okay, that is the weak line. There's this fancy warp and weft. I'm not going to confuse you with them. If you know what they are, then you know what they are. So that's the grain line. At exactly 45 over here, actually I don't even have to explain it. Can you see how the fabric stretches?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is straight grain. Hear it? Do you hear it? Okay. This is the weak one. Can you see there's a little bit of give? Okay. Okay, but can you see that it gives what? Half a centimeter.
Yeah.
And on bias, I haven't pulled it yet. Look.
Yeah, it gives a lot.
It gives a lot. So on a satin, that's how they get those dresses without darts and everything to sit on those, because it stretches where it needs and it doesn't where it doesn't. It's sort of a natural purpose stretch. Okay, all right.
Okay. Bianca asks, can I use tri-lobal or bonbon or viscose?
You can use any fabric. I would just make sure that on that fabric that it actually fits you, okay? Because this is a bias cut dress. So it's made to fit a certain size on a bias cut. If you use trilobal or anything, any sort of knit, absolutely, you would probably want to just check it and make one and then maybe take in a little bit, because for a stretch fabric it might be a little bit bigger, but the sizing you have to check. That's all I'm saying. It's not a specifically stretch knit fabric pattern. It is a bias cut pattern, so it is specific, but you can actually, as long as what you're making fits you. So put the pattern on you, check that, especially if there's no stretch and it's not on bias, it actually needs to be bigger than you, né? It actually needs to be bigger than you. Otherwise, that's it needs there's a word. It needs movement. You need to add movement space. All right. Okay, that's that. All right. So what I've done, it's super easy. As I said, I have taken the front, which is that, and I've taken the back and I've put them face to face, and so the side seams. All right, that's done there. I've taken my two straps. Everything is at 0.5, guys. I must change that on the it says 1 centimeter. I've turned my two straps and ironed them, and then I have done exactly the same to my facings. That's the back facing, that's the front facing. So I'm going to sew the facing side seams and the dress side seams quickly at 0.5. I know this is weird because I don't have an overlocker, but the overlocker makes so much noise that it cuts really bad on us, our sound. So I'm just going to sew it, but I'm going to sew it at 0.5, which is overlocker seam allowance.
You can go.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't. Is there a question that I can answer?
No.
Okay, I don't particularly have anything to say now. Okay, that's those. Do my side seams quickly. Oh, this is so quick. What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
No. Are you uncomfortable in the uncomfortable silence? Huh? Oh, are you watching Star Wars? Oh, guys, who's watched a cool movie on any of the streaming platforms that I have to see? I don't like horrors.
Dale asks, can it be made out of stretchy lace?
Yeah. Stretchy lace, yes. You might have to just, if you want to make it like really slinky sexy, you might have to just ease some of the side seams, because the stretchy lace is many times either a 4-way stretch or more than that, or sometimes 2-3 way. It depends. I would. Oh God, I just went over a pin, guys. Where did that pin hide? I literally sewed through the plastic of the pin. Fuck me. Excuse me. Sorry. Guys, my machine, literally, I sewed the pin. It was underneath the fabric. I didn't know. Oh, I've never done that. I didn't know that.
Pen or the plastic?
No. Yeah, well, thank heavens I sewed through the plastic. I didn't even know that was possible. Jeez, serious. Well, let's see. I might have to replace the needle. Let me just see. Anyway.
Bianca says also movie Lift with 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐶𝐓.
Oh, I've seen that. Sorry, I've seen that one.
I suddenly forget 𝐓𝐶𝐓8's theme song.
Yeah, you got. I got Star Wars in my head now. What was that movie that I asked you guys about? Big or what? Fat or what? What's it called? Huh? Whale. Luister for my big fat. What's the name? Whale. Anyone seen Whale? Delmarie says she can remember. That means it was good. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it. I'm not going to do ironing now, guys. I just want to show you. I'm going to turn it right side out. So if you want to have a look, let me just give you a little bit, because this is what I'm saying about in a straight fabric like this. Can you see that it's not going to have it doesn't have shape? Because for shape, we need dots for the boobies. But if you're doing it on bias cut, you'll see the difference. It's actually, if you want to ever learn and see exactly what bias cut does, buy cheap, crappy satin and make one where it's cut on the straight grain and one where it's cut on the bias, and you'll absolutely see it. Maybe we can do that one day with something for the doll, so that you can actually see what bias cut does.
That's a good idea. Let's do a class on bias cut.
That's been done. Okay.
But that what you just said plus this bias cut. And then we can have a video titled bias cut. Then if you ever need to refer back to it.
Okay. Yeah. We added to. Yes. Okay. I'll use the stuff I've already said.
Say it again. But say it nice.
And I'll make a dolly. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna.
Who's gonna come for that class?
I'm gonna sew this. The whole neckline or the whole
boobie.
Facial. Shush, Lisa, asseblief.
I said boobie. I didn't even say that.
Facing. I'm gonna sew the whole facing onto this, but as I'm doing that, I'm also wanting to actually sew in the straps. So what I'm gonna do is on the actual dress front, I am going to just pin the straps in place there. I'm just making sums in my head quickly. Right, so I'm going to pin it in place there, and then it needs to go underneath here. You can't have it coming out there. It has to be underneath here. So, and then this little bit needs to also be, because now so this needs to come out here and this out here. Pin it in between those two. And I don't know what happened. I'm now scared of these pins. Pin my center front together, and then it should be easy to match up the other. I don't actually need to pin. And then I'm gonna match up my side seams. And guys, remember, if you're doing a facing, you need to overlock this, but this is not a lesson in sewing neatness.
This isn't a lesson at all. This is the matrix.
Yeah.
You're in the matrix.
Everything you've learned up until now, throw it out the window. Except the things I've taught you. Okay, so I'm matching up the side seams. This is face to face because we're going to turn it out. Not turn it out, we're going to turn it in, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm matching those up. And then the strap. See, I checked that if it comes up like that, it's pretty. Né? Now, I need to do the exact same on the back. There's a mark somewhere for the strap. I swear. Did I put this out? Upside down. Okay, I'm gonna just take it up. Sorry, my mark is now at the bottom of mine. There we go.
Flip it.
What?
Bianca says flip it.
Flip it back.
I think you must flip it.
Oh no, they don't have to flip it. It just it has to be
backseat sewing.
She backseat sew. It has to go in the same way as on the front. So the back of my strap is going facing the facing, and the front of my strap is facing the right side of the actual dress. Okay, so you can see the straps are going like underneath here, but they can't come up in between these because then they won't be able to turn. All right, just get the center back there. Pin this in place. Okay, so a lot of people are going to ask me, okay, but I don't want this. I absolutely hate a facing because it's forever flapping out. But there are different ways of fixing that. If you do not want a facing, you can just use satin bispining around the edges, or you you could get a piece of lace to just add onto the edges so that you don't have to actually use a facing. All right. Okay. So now we're just going to sew all around here.
Maybe tell Laura this is a gardening.
I don't think it's...
You don't think it'll fit though?
I don't know.
It looks
I'm not going to make those kinds of comments about size. I am smarter than that. I don't know what size people are, and I don't
think she'll want it.
I don't think this will sit exactly nicely. I don't think it will sit nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to sew right around at 0.5, as I said before. Why don't you just make a list there of the things you want we're going to do on that? Because next week again I ask, what are we doing? Then nobody knows.
What would you like me to do with the list?
Put just a list and say bias cut lesson separately, and then show difference between bias cut and non-bias cut on doll. And there was something else I was thinking of now.
That's what we decided. Repairing my dress and shortening my curtains. Listen.
Hou dit maar net oop. Ek sal nou weer dink. Ek het vergeet.
Yep. Listen. So, I want to make pillows.
So it's like, what? No.
No, I don't want you to do it.
Okay, I'm not going to teach you how to do it, because you don't want to start at sewing straight lines. You want to start, and I know what you are going to say. You want to start by, and Bianca, back me up on this. Start by making outdoor furniture pillows.
Do you know how difficult can it be?
Yeah, you ask Bianca to teach you. I'm not teaching someone who...
For outside pillows.
Yeah, no,
3,000 rand.
Yeah. Maybe Bianca can make outside pillows. I'm not teaching someone to start at first year level when they're in grade 3.
But do you not think I can just teach myself?
Oh. Yeah. I have this freaking awesome YouTube channel. I know.
There's a pillow video. No,
I swear, the chick on it, she knows her story.
Can I borrow your machine?
Yeah.
Are you just saying it not to sound
the other
weird?
one, yes.
The other one.
Okay, so I'm just at the pointy bits there, and at the front here, at the V, I'm just giving it a little cut, and then you should be able to actually pull it out like that, and pull it out like...
Bianca says makeup bag, and Saskia says do a vote for next week's project. I've seen those fold out zip bags that expand out and look so cool. I don't think they want to do the cut on bias tutorial.
No, because they don't, because they've already done it. They was here. Yeah. Okay, and then, and if you want to know how to get a facing to turn out slightly less, because they still do, is you're going to understitch on the facing side, grabbing the seam allowance, and that does work, but it doesn't always work, especially on slinky fabrics. My students always used to ask me, what is a slinky fabric? I said, anything with a shine is slinky.
Okay, then my follow-up question is then, now that I know how to sew the pillow cover, Where do I get
that's
like
not
the foam for inside?
Yeah, no.
Is that something you can just
you buy the foam first. Okay?
Yeah.
Know where this is going. I'm gonna have to teach you, and I'm not gonna teach you because you can't even sew a zip in. Every pillowcase needs a zip. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have time.
I pay you.
No. 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 You're gonna have to pay someone to do it.
I'm gonna teach myself how to do it.
Okay.
How difficult can it be? If I come back
Not
next
difficult
week,
if you can ask me to do it or how to do it every second. You could have learned to sew when I was teaching classes.
I won't ask you. I'll phone Bianca.
Yeah, no, Bianca is your mummy. Bro. Guys, do you agree with me? Is that something you start on? Outdoor pillows.
Saskia says, pillow covers are a great beginning.
No, these aren't pillows. Guys, what am I... These are... Let me just get a block quickly because I can see nobody's visualizing what I'm saying. This is a foam block that she wants to cover. So it's a pattern, firstly. Which who do you think is going to do that? and then when she can't even sew through this thick outdoor fabric and the zip, who's going to sew that?
No.
I told her when she had the plan, I told her I wasn't gonna. I don't even sew outside pillows for myself. It's not just a pillowcase.
Says, make ones with snaps and ones that fold over.
Yeah, so ask her cell phone number.
Bianca says, Amanda did a whole lesson on zips. YouTube search it under Fabric8.
Okay guys, look at that.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It looks cute because it's not on a body.
Yeah, it's gonna need a skinny person.
No, but it's all...
So that it's like...
This is what I'm saying. A skinny person with no boobs, yes. Yeah. But that person looks good in a black bag.
Yes, but there you go.
Yeah. If you are the kind of person who looks good in a black bag...
Make this out of any fabric.
Make this out of any fabric. But, guys... And then obviously you're going to hem it, or you can put a piece of ribbon and rooi strikkie in like a lacy.
It is cute.
Yeah.
I like it.
Het is nog 'n boepsie. Ja. Maar dis nie eers omgekap in my ou. This will fall apart in the wash. But anyway, so there you go. Suggestion to anyone. I love sleeping in these. Not for sexy. It's just I don't like sleeves because I stick to the bed. The cloth sticks. I can't turn around like a man. But yeah, so I use these, but I wear these, but I wear them in like a slinky, not slinky, that sounds sexy now.
A slinky fabric.
And a silky fabric, and they are all cut on bias. And that makes them very, very, very nice because they, and what's nice about the bias cut is you pick up 5Ks, it still fits you, it just goes shorter. And you lose some weight, then they go a little bit oufro on you, but they fit a much wider size when you cut on bias. Okay, guys.
Who's gonna try it?
Okay, so this, just as a reference, this is the
smaller,
the XX.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a little loose.
I think it's like, it's supposed to be a little, yeah.
Okay.
But that's why I say it's very difficult to work because South African sizes are much bigger than overseas sizes. So overseas sizes, or the sizes that you pattern on, can start on a 00, which in reality, I don't think actually that's like A. But so I've given you enough sizes. I've even added the XX small, but it just doesn't work as well as XXL, XX small. But if you wanted to make it, even if it's still, you think you want something like slightly more figure hugging, then it is quite easy to just, you can take some of the side seams or look at the pattern. And if you look at what's my book? If you look at the pattern, for instance, this is a white pencil. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. So, for instance, if that's the top, okay?
Oh.
Where am I? It's the water. Okay, so extras. I'm just going to make it bigger. So, that's the neck size. The straps don't actually get thinner if you get thinner. All right, say that's what happens. So this is the smaller size, and then there's another 15 size. You can see how much smaller the small to the double X small, XX small, what the differences are. So you can just say that's 2 centimeters, just go 2 centimeters in there and sort of try and make it smaller. Just remember that you cannot infinitely take on the side seams, because if you, and show you guys, if you infinitely take on the side seams, if you think about it, see the boobs, the straps actually move closer to the person's side. So if it's quite a bit too big for you, you can easily take on the side seams, but then on your pattern, if you need more, I would say I wouldn't take more than 1 centimeter on each side on the side seams, okay? But then if it's still too big, you also need to take on center front and on center back, so that if you think about the straps, you can't keep taking here, because then the straps move out. You also need to take here. All right, that's it. And suddenly
Gail says love it. Saskia says ooh la la. Gail says I'll make it out of t-shirt or line.
Yeah, t-shirt is also perfect.
Saskia
but
says,
again, t-shirt is more stretchy, so just check your size.
Saskia says I'm definitely trying it. Bianca says I'm definitely making it. Just need to decide on a fabric. Got too many options.
Yeah.
Saskia says,
and guys, if you make funky ones, please send us pictures, man. Please send them to 𝐓𝐈𝐌 if you don't want to send on the group. We never ever get a picture of our patterns. I don't know, are you guys not using them? Because I'm spending time on this, man. I'm getting no reward. Please send me a picture a week as a reward. You can cut off your head, but take like a slinky picture. Like a sexy enetjie, man. With like a big lace and rooi lippies. Send me a picture if you make this. I'm actually in need of some myself. That's why I made the pattern. Because I always used to buy them, but the last ones I bought, the fabric was really cheap. So it's like, it's almost noisy cheap at night. It like, you turn around and it has a squeak or something to it. So I want to go get some really awesome satin and cut it on bias. And you also get stretch satin. So if you feel like you want it to sort of be slightly more stretchy than just being on bias, you get satin that is also stretched. So if you cut it on bias, then you're going to get even more stretch.
Saskia says these little skimpy tops you wake up with things falling out. Hopefully this covers everything.
I see, I have some from like my best one, actually my best two. I have been wearing, I think it might be more than 10 years. It's embarrassing. But they are too long, so they are too big for me. So they are, as I said, it becomes longer when you get, if you are smaller than the dress anyway. So they are too long. And then I have ones from when I was slightly smaller than I am now. And they are like ass creepers, man. I can't bend, I can't, nothing in them. because they are just, they net cover essentials.
Diana says the bias cut is also more comfortable. Yeah, says Amanda, I love the top you have on tonight. Very fancy.
It's not fancy. It's a kaftan. It's a kaftan for people who don't like tanning.
Bernice says hello.
Hello.
Okay, says hello.
Hello.
I'm late.
Yeah, well, you almost didn't make it.
Yeah, but you're here for the important part. The liking and the subscribing.
Like, subscribe. Subscribe. No, you can't. Can you like, just like. Follow. I got it. See? I'm not that old.
And that's it. So far, yeah.
Anyone have a question? We can like do 5 or 10 more minutes because it's just an easy pattern. Anyone want to meet 𝐓𝐈𝐓?
I can make cheers.
I need cheers and wows and pink poo emojis.
Drum roll.
Now, who? Does anyone want to? Nobody wants to meet 𝐓𝐈𝐓. That's just rude, guys. I know that. I'm being an ass. I'm trying to get you some, what do you call it? Engagement. By making them feel bad.
Okay. Are you gonna say that?
So 𝐓𝐈𝐓 is our latest, newest, fresh employee, and she used to work for me also in my previous business, and yeah, she's very good at admin and remembering stuff. Yeah. Not like me. And yeah, she works virtually because she lives in Pretoria. And
I'm visiting now.
Yeah, she and her wife and her daughter lives in Pretoria, and yeah, she is very good at following up. And if you ever think we got great service, it's because of her.
And if you talk on WhatsApp, it's with me.
It's me. It's her. Sy kan die Afrikaans ook praat.
Baie goed. In the Netherlands.
In Netherlands, oh my gosh, we are put the international flag on the website now. But this day where you go to a hotel and they say sprechen Sie Deutsch or something, so that that people know you can speak. There's someone that speaks that language. We're gonna put that on. Ons gaan 'n vlaggie kry. Max Verstappen. Okay, guys, who else cannot wait for F1 to start? Is it just me? Am I the only sewing female who watches F1? And my weekends are absolutely boring without my F1. Is anything happening? Are the people even there? Are you there? Let me hear you pink and poo emojis. Anyone, you guys on Instagram can send me brown ones. You don't have pink.
So I was thinking about the colors. Can I not just
have them made? Staple.
Wat van nee?
You can do it, but you will. Maak them from papier.
Should I not do that?
Make them from paper.
What if I use a hand?
What about just
a hand knife? No.
Why did I not? I could have told you this last week. I am so against it that I will pay to have it made for you. I will not make those. I don't like making them.
I don't want to make them. I want to make them.
Sounds like it. With a staple.
Didn't start with the staple. Gail and Diana said, yay.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Great stuff.
Yes.
Okay, guys, are you all as hot and bothered as me and tired? And
has anyone ever made outside pillows? Is it moeilijk?
He's just trying to guilt me. I'm not going to be guilted in front of you guys.
I'm not trying to guilt you.
I'm feeling the guilt, but I'm not going to take it.
Feel it, but I...
What did Bianca say? She's also not offering to make them. Jumping and saying, oh, Lisa, I will make them for you. You can pay me. Anyone else
No, I
jumping?
don't want to pay anyone.
Anyone
That's no
else
problem.
jumping on here saying
happy
we
to,
would love to make outside pillows for you,
I am
Lisa?
happy to have them made for free.
That's not gonna happen. my
Saskia
dear.
says, feel the love. They send emojis.
Oh, is it? Oh, thank you
Gail
guys.
says, do you supply that chunky wool for finger knitting?
Okay.
Lisa,
We
no.
just had that conversation, and that is also a
That's
volume
the arm
product.
ones though, but finger knitting, maybe we could
No,
use the
no.
ones that are on your desk.
Don't think. I
don't
think
know.
she would have already figured that out. Being a knitter, that is another project that we can do pre-orders on, because I'm just again explaining. If say we want to order 10 colors, okay? Now I don't know how big those balls. I don't know how big those balls are. They this big, okay? So now I've got 10 colors, and what do I order? 1 ball of each color, 2 balls of each colors. Now imagine how quickly that turns into a container that has to be floated across the sea to get here. I will. Is Jean still on here? I will. We can ask Jean tomorrow to ask any of our local suppliers if they have it. But I've not seen it. I've not seen it. But maybe. But I'm not a major knitter. But we, funny enough, had this discussion just before the stream and earlier on also. So yes, we're working on it.
Lisa K says, Lisa, no stop. That's very supportive, thank you.
Send her a brown poo.
I'll send her a brown poo. Saskia says, looking forward to the rain tomorrow. Gail says, yes, I've made. It's easy.
Go! Ask Gail if she wants a daughter.
Gail, don't you want to make
She lives. Where did she say? That's why she says it. Yes.
I'll pay the courier.
She's not gonna make it for you. She's just making my life difficult.
You can make it for me. I'll pay courier. That's all I'm willing to pay.
We can't be hustling people on you, okay?
I'm not.
No. This is what you're doing.
I'm trying to learn how to sew.
You're guilting me and my clients.
For the chunky lovers, big balls. I'm not sure why Saskia is saying
Because she's saying, I love big balls and I cannot lie. Isn't there a song?
I don't know.
Okay, guys.
Lisa K says, that's funny. A large couple of balls of wool.
Yeah, they're all going with that, man. Can you not?
Gail says, one needs about 6 for a nice size blankie.
6? How big? Yeah,
balls.
can you imagine the air freight on that? Because it's volumetric weight, guys. So yeah, it might weigh only 1 kg each.
Teresa says, you're not the only one. I can't wait either F1 rules.
Oh, me too. And yeah. Exciting. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Ciao, that's it.
Thank you for joining me.
Hasta la vista.
What do we have? What's next week? Any problems with next week? No, not that I can think. Are you here?
I am here.
Okay. No
We
issues.
already decided what we're doing. We're doing grain line.
No, everyone
Cut
had
on
other
mine.
plans, and we also have the talk bag person, and then what was the other suggestions?
My
Oh,
talk
that's the
bag.
bag. Put it on there. Did you put it on there?
What do you want me to put on?
The Constantina zip bags, just call it that. I know what she's talking about. And a talk bag, and we had another person ask for something else.
Gone.
No, that's
No, it's 2 separate ones. I read the messages.
you read them as one.
I read nothing to you.
You
I was just antenna.
you said Bianca asked about
Makeup.
a makeup bag, and then you said those
No,
bags
that's
that.
someone else.
Okay.
That's about the other bag.
Okay, guys, we are gonna say goodbye now, and then I'm gonna smack my child. Where you guys cannot see the evidence.
Yeah, sorry guys. There is a big delay. I think maybe it's a bit worse tonight. It could also be when the internet on your side is a bit slow because of load shedding or something. That you're even more behind than we think you are. Because Saskia says by the time their messages come through, we finish the conversation.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's an internet that we load shedding is a problem. Because our internet hasn't been bad today.
No, it's been terrible. But plugged in, it's fine.
Okay, but I was downloading. Was that not maybe your problem?
That sounds like a problem.
I was downloading movies because I got no internet at home. I am in a dead zone at the moment.
I have no internet at home either. These are cases, shame Lisa. No, but like a foito, not like
Shame. She doesn't want to learn how to sew.
I'm literally
Imagine that, working and being a co-owner of a sewing
minority partner.
There's always a minority partner. It's still a partner.
You're not on the minority.
Well, you could be a.
I have no money. What?
No. No. I can't help you living beyond your means. Okay, guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Ciao. Bye. Bye.
Next week, the doings and the screwings of the Badenhofse continues.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.